Oh man, what's going on, y'all? We're coming back for that day stream I was talking about for the end of day. A little bit late for it, but it's all good. Better late than never, right? Anyway, let's just jump right into it. Daily close, Bitcoin. Not great. Was hoping for a little bit more than this. If you zoom in on the crack time frames, it was giving lower lows, kind of descending triangles. So let's see if it can hold up this like 35,000 area. That's kind of about the line. Looks like it's going to go test it pretty much right now, but this is not the best close for this candle. Really needed it to be a lot higher than, what is this? When we did the stream earlier, we were up by the 200, and now we're like 8% below it. That's not very good. I'd probably look for this to come down again and maybe retest the low 30s, because what is that from here? 10, and man, if it wants to get real brutal, like mid 20s, and obviously 20K, I mean, that one's super obvious. I don't think we're going to do that. Obviously anything can happen, but that would be pretty surprising. I'd imagine there'd be a big bounce in the low 20s if we did test it, but right now that's too far in the future. Right now it kind of looks like we're going to go retest the lower 30 area. And the 2 and 3 day will close this week, so maybe we can get a better 2-day candle. I don't know. Right now, though, the daily looks pretty heavy, since we did even close below this horizontal as well. So that kind of sucks. Sellers are selling their ass off. So the good news is, I think, that yeah, this sucks. And if you got caught in some selling and lost some money, I mean, most people probably got clipped a little bit. And that's all good. Everything is still up a lot, right? I mean, unless you literally just bought in the last, like, in May, which, you're probably really new, and that's okay too. Go learn some stuff. It's not the end of the world. So now I think what we got to look for on a positive note is, since we've had this, or we're having some type of capitulation moment, have we reached capitulation all the way yet? We don't know yet, but we are putting one in. So whether it's another week or whatever, I mean, it's going to be probably within this month at some point, I would imagine, that we'll have resolution on it. So with that said, we need to be ready to just resume upside when price gets that posturing, and don't be scared when it finally recrosses and looks like, let's go back over here, maybe something like this, dumps, breaks through it, just kind of goes sideways. Frustrating, but when it finally recrosses like this, we all need to be ready just to dump the bearish fear and all that, and it's reset, just like up here. It's hard to do and it's really euphoric, but just like right here, this whole couple weeks of just rejecting the 618 and the mama, and it was like, dude, the daily's not helping, and then we just roll over. And so now this is a major support area, but again, the daily, we've got a lot of work to do on Bitcoin, but eventually it will flip back around. Like, bear markets don't last forever, bull markets don't last forever. Opportunity is infinite, so if you got beat up a little bit, just kind of just recenter, evaluate something like why you might have made some bad trades or whatever, and then try to learn from it and move forward, and then just wait for the next setup, whether you like the weekly or the daily or whatever kind of time frame you like. I think the higher the time frame, the better, in my experience. But the daily is a nice solid one to start with for sure. But yeah, so we just have to wait now, and it's going to take days. Like, this will probably take a month or two, unless we get this stupid V rally. And I'm not saying stupid like, oh, that better not happen. I'm more saying, like, just calling it, like, because it's stupid. Sometimes that happens. I'm not saying that'll be here, but maybe it goes a little deeper and then V rallies or something. Like, that could definitely happen. But regardless, even if it is a valley, it's probably not going to be like this and be within the next week or two. We're probably going to have to wait and just be patient. And that's what I'm going to do. And I can't wait to redeploy some of the cash. I did buy a little bit of the dip here, but I will sell it really quick if this thing goes anywhere back below this little cluster right here. So it's definitely coming there, and it's not looking great. So we'll see if those orders getting filled might have been good, but we might not be quite done. Not quite done. So that's all good. And let's just wait and see what happens. Ethereum. Yeah. I guess the daily closed right on the mama and above this line. So Ethereum's a little bit better, but it's still pretty crappy. Just sitting right on this cluster, just like kind of Bitcoin is. So we really just got to just give it some more time. Futures closed above their horizontal level at about 38, so that's cool. That's a decent sign. So I do like that. I mean, if there was one bullish thing, that's probably the only one, that futures closed up on the top end of this range. So, you know, I would imagine there's going to be some pretty serious buying and opportunity in this zone. Maybe even, I mean, you know, and even if it's down here to the mid-20s, I mean, what is that, 20, 30%? So now, if you were scared of the risk from up here, hell, now it's only 20, 30%, which in crypto isn't that much. So don't think of all this fearful. If you got caught in it, it sucks, learn from it. But now just kind of wire and think and be like, wait, now the opportunity is coming up in the future. You just got to be patient and wait. Falling knives, all that, of course, be careful. But eventually it will just be more simple after the EMAs get smoothed out over, you know, however long it takes. And they'll eventually look nice and sexy for upside price action. But right now, just got to be patient. All right, so and everything's pretty much saying that. ETH futures are in a kind of interesting spot. That's all right. Well, ETH is kind of doing the same thing above the mama at least. I mean, but this is some pretty serious damage. What is this? 50%. Wow. And it's on the lows still, so that's not bullish at all. Ethereum's actually dumping right now. Holy crap. So okay, well, yeah, there you go. Ethereum's just starting to dump. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, anyway, like that daily looked crappy. We wanted it above the averages, but let's see if we can just bounce around in the 30K range. That would be pretty cool to put a base here. But anything below 30, I mean, that opens the door to like 20K, so. And people will be like, what? That's crazy. Well, is it crazy? Look at we pulled this graph up the other day. Look at the volume profile. Look, there's nothing. There's like nothing here. Look at all this business right in here. Nothing. So, to zoom in a little bit, we can see some. But even zooming in on all this business, like this close, I'm zoomed in on the last year and a half. It's all down here still. So this is pretty frothy. And yeah, we lose 30. See if you look where this node is right here. I wish this little stupid plus sign wasn't there. That's really dumb. But if we lose like right here, then man, it's you can see it's just open door all the way to really about right underneath 20. So that would probably be a pretty awesome area for a nice bounce, even in the low 20s. It'd probably get front ran at like 22, 23, like I was thinking earlier. But we'll see, man. If we get down there, that'd be crazy. I would definitely put some money in it down there. That's for sure. All right, think about it. Maybe if I had some money when it happened, we can just go all in, mortgage the house, you know, everything. Get a car title loan. No, I'm just kidding, of course. But anyway, Bitcoin not looking good. Shitty close for that daily candle today. So, bulls, step your shit up, man. Y'all been needing to do that since the May started. Like, literally May 1. You got up here and started rejecting the mama right here, right on top of it. And then ever since then, you just been a little bitch. How could you, Mama Bear? Oops. How could you? Oh, well, it's all good. Like I said, eventually there will be opportunity out of this. So think of it as a discount. But, you know, just wait for it to tell you when a better risk is available. Because right now this is in free fall mode. So, yeah, look at this. Man, eventually we're going to see one of these beast mode candles, though. I can't wait. Get ready, guys. When we see one of these nice green girthy ones, yeah, yeah. Where will that happen? Well, nobody knows. We gotta wait for it to print one. And be like, wait, I didn't get the low. Who cares? You can get close to it. That's all that matters. Pro traders don't get that. Sweet. All right, I think we're gonna keep this one like super short. I just wanted to follow up. That close isn't good, but also, you know, eventually this will be opportunities and stuff. So it's not terrible. It was real frothy up here, and odds are, man, just even if you bought in the last 6 to 8 months, like you're probably still up anyway. So just take it as a lesson. You gave up some of your tendies, and it's all good. Just get them back. And also remember in the future, too, that anything past like 20-ish% starts to compound a lot, like a loss on a position or something, or on your portfolio, whatever. Once you get down like 20%, you need 25% to get back to even. And then from there, it just is like, oh my God. Then when you get to 50% and it's you need double up to get to even. And then it's just a super compounding problem. So keep that in mind. And that's why when I look at a lot of stuff through here, too, like when I measure against the price structure, you know, I'll look for like 10-ish%, and usually if they get over 20, like I don't care about it, because that's just like too much. And I mean, there's just so many things to trade that just doesn't make any sense to force something when you can just be patient and wait for better entries. Like the market will come back to certain areas multiple times, and like I said, patience is a super serial thing in trading, and it's also very hard as well, because you just want to be engaged and it's fun. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, this. Okay, I'm glad I saw this. This is what we can be watching right now. I think if you want to keep it easy peasy, load up the hash ribbon dealio indicator. Just type hash ribbon in there. It'll pop up, and then you can put it on here. I like to just have a clean chart just for this. I don't want any of my regular stuff on there. And so I got the clean naked chart with just the basis trend line. I did put the cycle trend lines in there, which is this one, and the one that we broke. Anyway, we went to cap mode, which talked about, here were the averages. We did talked about this a few times over the last couple of weeks, that it was it had like a 70% chance of going down. Based on just historical data, and then the pi cycle, which is like, oh my God, fired right over here. So it's just like, and then Coinbase, literally the IPO marked the top when it went listed publicly on this day. It put in literally a doji, and then that was literally it. Thanks, Coinbase. It's totally your fault. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Coinbase's fault, but the timing of that, pretty epic. Anyway, look, we already have flipped kind of green here, but what we're waiting for, and it looks like, let me see here. Yeah, it has. So it stopped printing the capitulation. And so in the previous examples of this, that means the buy signal is coming up soon. And let's do some research right here live and get the averages of that. All right, so this one we've got is about 19 days. This one looks like it did fire off and had a gap, but it was pretty much like immediately, yeah. This one was like a gap, but I mean, it's like 2 days, so like, who cares? It's 2 days, right? Whatever, that doesn't really matter. Oh, here's one. Oh, and look at this one. This is a good example, I think, of, this is perfect. I like this example the best. All right, so look at this one. This gap right here from exactly what we're doing right now. And that one's 30 days. Okay. And where's another one? That one's like less than a week, less than a week. This one actually double fired them off, like went into double cycles. But this is 2011, so who cares? All right, so we've got these two instances. One that was... what was it, 30 days? Yeah, one that was 30 days, and the other one that was 20 days. So the 30-day one, and then where was the other one recently? Crap, where'd it go? Here we go, 20 days. Here's the 30-day one in 2020. And so that's pretty damn close. Call it 20, 30 days, about a month of time before the signal fired off for a buy. But there is something interesting that happened in 2014. So in 2014, when it crashed, it had a big drawdown, and it was 31 days, whatever it was to say, 30 days to buy. All right, and then let's go measure that drawdown, because if we're into something like this will be super capitulation across the market, dude. This would pretty much scare everybody away from crypto if this happened. All right, so after it flipped, there's even 2, 3, 4 days on this already. Okay. And so let's see what this is. 51% again after capitulating like 30-something%. And after coming off another dump fest, right? So it just did it some more. All right, so let's fast forward today, kind of just burn this in. Maybe even look at it like this, right? Like, oh, okay. All right, and let's fast forward. And then let's look at it like this. Oh, okay, right? Right? Okay. So this actually will be about 14 or about 20 days from here. So let's see. See, we already have like 3. So that actually lines up kind of with where this box already is with these averages. So that's actually super interesting. And I'm going to actually extend this based on that new information, which is locked. So I'm going to unlock it. So I'm going to pull it to about right there where it was. And so, man, that is very interesting. So we could be getting massive selling and craziness in this capitulation mode, which Hash Ribbons called out once again. You know, we get all super euphoric. You know, I actually am kind of a little upset with my the trader in me that I didn't even put on like one short at all. And that, to me, you know, I protected myself for the most part. And like that, to me, was kind of like more agitating. It's like, dude, the trend's setting up. This is going to be a good short at some point. And, you know, it was kind of there. And, you know, that's not hindsight trading either, because there was like everything was there. And we were talking about it all the time, like every day on these streams. We had the capitulation, we had the Coinbase thing, then we had right here the Pi cycle, and then 3 days later we broke down, which it was all within the averages of all this data that we've shown live on stream. Bounces, 618 retracement. I mean, it was like complete textbook. And so not taking any shorts there, that was a fault, I believe, in the trader in me. And that will be corrected next time. I'm just trying to take all the trades, hash them out. But, you know, it's easy to get euphoric when something goes up, you know, 5x in 170 days. So, and then, you know, from even back here, it's like 1,200% almost in a little over a year, or pretty much a year, really. So, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. So 30 days to buy, and then it was another 50% dump on that one. Okay, I'm gonna add that note, and then I'm gonna organize this later. 50% down. Okay. And then this last one over here didn't have really any downside. It just fired off and was kind of like whatever. It just went sideways. And that was 19 days. And so obviously we're not doing that right now. Man, that is actually very interesting data. Man, dude, can you imagine another 50% from here? Woo. But also look what happened, you know, after that happened in 14. We went sideways, you know, a long time for a couple hundred days, and then broke out in the fall. You know, maybe we can do something like that, and that would be super sexy time, and would provide lots of opportunities for people that stuck around and didn't get over leveraged and trade with, you know, 100 billion X leverage like an idiot would. I'm sorry, whatever, trade however you want, but just, you know, that's pretty much guaranteed to lose. But yeah, are we getting ready to play out something like this? If we break 30K, yep, that is completely on the in the cards. On the cards? No, it is in the cards, but we have to break 30K though. until then, we're probably going to just bounce in the 30s for a little while, it looks like. Um, until we get that daily back above that, what did we say earlier today? Like 40K, 42K. I mean, until we get even like there, it's just, man, range bound and sideways and maybe down. Below 30 is 20. Capitulation, I think, would definitely happen there because that is a 70% drawdown. Actually, it was about 69 from where I pulled it. Yeah, bro. Or from the top, look at that. Oh, no, it is 70. 70%, that's pretty capitulation-y mode. But hey, Bitcoin's done crazier shit. It has corrected 80, 90% in the past, and that puts us, 90% is sub 10,000. Can you imagine that? That would be crazy. I don't think that's happening, but that's... It is there. I mean, it has done it before. Which is crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's see how this lower time frame maybe closes. Maybe bulls want to start picking it up, but it still just looks real heavy. And this is a pretty nasty candle right here. And until we're back above 40K on some dailies, whatever, range bound and down. That's it. And even then, like I was talking about earlier in the stream, man, like, dude, this kind of, it does suck, though, because when Bitcoin has done this, except for 2013, so there is one exception, it's 2013, because it did crash 50%, but it also did go sideways for 200 days before resuming the trend. And, you know, this is like 50% up, down, flash crash 50%, like a couple of them. Like, I mean, this pretty much washes out at least half. Like, I'd say the majority of people get, like, shook out from this kind of price action. And so this is the only outlier right here. And so maybe we follow something like that. I mean, that could totally be a thing, just sideways into the fall. But it better hold on to 30K because that is definitely the line in the sand for sure. And even then, every other time, you know, Bitcoin has, after 50%, it has bounced pretty hard, like usually around 80% or around like the 618. And that's it. And then that's just the range for days, like 100, 200 days. So, but again, sounds all like bad and crappy, but it's not. It's actually opportunity. Just know opportunity is here now. We just got to wait for it a little bit. So it's probably good to start getting your attendees in order, make some plans, find the things you need to correct, like what you messed up, because we all made mistakes. We always will. You got to keep fresh in this game because it will get you. You could trade for 10 years successfully and blow out in a quarter, dude. Like, you know, anything can happen. So kind of just maybe sit back, do that, and then get ready and plan and prep for the next cycle because eventually EMAs and everything will turn back around. So, and you know, like it's still very bullish. Like on like the monthly chart, Ethereum still looks fine. I mean, it's not like super terrible, but I'm just really using these horizontals. It's just easier. This 30K right on this level. 32 is the warning shot, so we got the warning shot. That's what I was bringing up. Probably going sideways for a while, but even, hey man, whatever, let's go sideways for 200 days would put us right before Christmas. Look at that, right before Christmas, man. Save up some bread, get ready. Yeah, what is Bitcoin gonna do? Go down another 50%? Cool. Okay, it's 20K. You know, it's not like Bitcoin's gonna die, so. The crypto market is stronger than it's ever been, so I doubt that Elon Musk is going to kill it. No, I'm just kidding. It's not because of that. Yeah, so, yeah, and these highs way down here at 700,000 previous ones. I mean, you know, we could just, again, go through that longer-term structure. But, man, how funny would that be is if this is just a capitulation, little sell-off, tell you, make it everywhere. We're like, oh, yeah, I told you crypto's a scam. How would you do that? And that would burn a lot of people out just chopping through here for the summer. I would actually really love to see that. Because then this little distribution, Wyckoff distribution, could turn into like a accumulation pattern over a longer period of time and be way sexier. So, but let's see what happens in the near future. Like I said, opportunity will come back, so plan, get ready, stack some breads, add to your accounts. Not like just buying Bitcoin or nothing. Plus, don't listen to me anyway. I'm an idiot. But, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be just kind of getting little plans ready and sprinkling some orders a little bit lower. Sprinkled some here, but I'll be happy to let those go. Right now, that's at about 35K-ish. You can get rid of those. And, but yeah, we break that and start testing back over here in the 30s, like low 30s. Man, I'd love to sprinkle some orders down here. That sounds pretty cool for me, because eventually the bulls will come back and say, hey, wait a second, price should be, I don't know, maybe we go to here. You get the picture. Y'all, if you've traded or looked at this chart a lot, you know what crypto does. So, opportunity is near. Listen to that chart too, man. This shit was not wrong. Like I was saying earlier, man, it's just so crazy. Price is fucking king, dude. Dude. This breaks trend line. 618. Resistance. On the mama. Also on the trend line cross. Also, everyone says everything is amazing. Elon, suck my ball sack. Okay, cool. All this fun stuff. I mean, DMI, bearish, stayed bearish. Same here. Couldn't get over this. I mean, it was like literally all in our face. And yeah, I think everybody got slapped a little bit, but it's like, man, how funny is that? Don't ignore the data. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. I think that's all I wanted to say. Is there any kind of things we want to like look at and like Eve or something? No, not really. No, I just don't really care about any alts, and I've kind of been mostly in that mood, except for the random red coin thing. And I've been wanting to get in on some Doge, but I've just been really patient on that one, because with Mama Bear acting like this, man, as we all have seen right in our face today, is that it can just dump. And when Mama Bear breaks major structure, it doesn't care if your alt rallied 600%. It's gonna dump 50 to 70%. Yeah, so I'm not gonna even really look for any stuff right now. I mean, let's go look at Doge though, real fast. Yeah, Doge is cool, but I mean, is this opportunity right at 30 cents? Fuck, I guess it kind of is, but I'm not going to take it, man. I don't like that. I'd rather let this shit reset, because bears have made their case that they are being heard now. So, we can't ignore this candle here. Yeah, it bounced up pretty good, and that's nice, but we don't have any confirmation that this could be a low candle right now. So we need to see that first. Let's go, let's go Doge sub 10 cents is what I'm saying. Like, I know that sounds crazy. Probably the diamond hand people hate me, but maybe they'll sell to me down there. Oh, boy. 1,000 sats, too, on Doge. Underneath that, like we were talking about, Bootius Maximus. Don't really want anything to do with that shit. Link, yeah, I mean, a lot of this is some damage, boys and girls. It's the best thing that it got bid up real hard, but the market is going to have to digest this, man. Like, is it good? Is this okay? And you're not going to get that just from, like, literally 24 hours. It takes a while to permeate through the interwebs and portfolios. Alright, I think I'm going to sign off. What is it, 8 something? I'm going to go chill. Get away from the charts a little bit, and probably, I'll probably just play some video games or something stupid, though. Which is like, man, video games don't pay me, although some do. Some do. Who would have ever thought that? I definitely didn't think that when I was younger. I loved video games, like back in the Gap. StarCraft stuff. Like the first one, even. And the original OG Diablo? What? Yeah, I need to replay that. That's been a few years. That might be kind of a fun thing to do. You can probably get it for free too now, I bet. Alright, I'm talking about just random things now that have nothing to do with charts. But y'all know what time it is. Bitcoin, kind of shitty daily close. It would have been way sexier up here if it was like 60-70% of it. But now it's like a... not so sexy. So that's okay, whatever. Let's go. Let's do that kind of analysis we did earlier. Let's get that shit in. I mean, I'm totally game for that. Let's chop here and piss everybody off. Let's dip into the 20s a couple times over the summer, like while everybody's out there drinking, getting messed up on the lakes and the waters, which is fun too, and I'll be partaking on some lake festivities as well. But yeah, let's just get some opportunity coming. Sorry, I was looking at this my other screen here. I was trying to flash some warnings. It's like overheating. Anyway, yeah, so we'll get that. Maybe we'll get some cool chop going here. But right now, we just have too much indecision. And I mean, yeah, I guess you can diamond hand if you want. I like having cash in hand. And then... you know, getting opportunities. Like, so I had some cash to be able to buy down here. Like, you know, going mostly to cash up here is like, okay, well now, like, okay, I'll put some more risk on here. And I put on a little bit too, around like 43, 42. But I just barely put any just in case anything happens. So it's like, oh yeah, I lost some money today. But like, I'm like, I was 80% cash. And then it's like, whatever. Like, oh, dang, okay, cool. You never know if this shit's going to happen. And now we're right here, and it's a good little reload spot for me anyway. And until we break about 34, 35K, because that's what about the lower time frames are saying is a very important level, which we probably will. This is kind of working its way down. But yeah, you can see too, this like closed below it. So, I mean, it's getting definitely a little bit heavy. And this also has an expiration for me too. If like this doesn't happen like in the next day or so and just kind of chills, I'll probably take it off too and just wait a little bit. But right now it's cool. Whatever. Let's see what happens. And again, anything back below this low 30s, man, I'd be looking for. That would be definitely capitulation down here around this horizontal, give or take, you know, $5 or something. That pretty much would destroy everybody's Bitcoin soul. It would be so sad. But moral of all of this, learn something from it. Plan for the opportunity that will inevitably come out of this daily chart at some point in the future. Get ready. Get your tendies ready. Preheat them. Because at some point it's going to be hot. I'm excited. I like it. This is great. I've been wanting to see some blood a little bit. It's just too damn frothy anyway. It's like, oh my god, Bitcoin, Ethereum 10, 20K. Bitcoin's 500K. Christmas. It's like, holy fuck, dude. It's like, that's a lot of money, dude. It's like 500K. Woo, doggy. Some bitch. Alrighty. Yeah. Oh, and the that's what I wanted to mention before I sign off. I knew there was something. The hash ribbon deal. So don't forget that. I think this will be a really good metric. Just waiting for this thing to flash the buy signal, you know, and see what happens. We probably have a little sell-off because like everyone's watching this movie, right? So like back over here, it had a little 10% dip after, like right after it fired. But it was still alright. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. But yeah, if we can get that thing to fire off, which on average we went and measured it a little bit ago, is about 30 days, 20 to 30 days. Somewhere in between there, which is the extent of this box. So all this lines up. Generally within this box frame, you have all these kinds of moves, the downside, etc., and the buy signal coming back up. From this formation that it's currently in. And there's not many instances that are just like this. There's actually only two. So It's a little bit of a more rare occurrence, which is cool. This time it's a little bit different. Ish. Except for those other 2 times. But only one had a big sell-off like this. I mean, and now we're already down. What is that? I guess I got to upgrade it because it's not 39% anymore. Or is it? Shit. Let's make sure that's accurate. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, I did it earlier. 39% so far from this regular capitulation signal. Doing its job thusly. The biggest dump ever was 76%. So that'd be like, oh, man, where would that probably put us? Let's see. For the worst doom gloom. Woo! 12K. Wow, that's actually a really critical level, too. Right over here. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Can you imagine if Bitcoin did something like that and then rallied like 10, 20 grand off the lows? Oh my god, that would be so nutty. Anyway, this plays out. We probably got about 30 days till we get some decent resolution. It's going to take a while to reset these oscillators on the daily. And like the daily's been shit since back over here. And around April 20th, really, DMI usually don't lie. And it didn't again. Gold, well, dude, it was super golden. It wasn't even just that. I guess maybe you just joined, but it's so funny. Like, no one wanted to really believe it, myself included, all the way. It was the Coinbase literally went public right here on this day, and myself included, and a lot of other people thought that would be like kind of the local top for this market. Pi Cycle fired off right here a couple days before this, which it fell within all the averages. It also fell below the mega trend cycle right here that has the exact same trajectory every bull cycle, all 3 major ones. It broke that, and not only did it break it, it even gave you ample time, like a few weeks to chill on it, right? So it wasn't even just the Pi cycle, it was like the everything. The weaker constant rejection from 59,000. Pretty funny. And the DMI obviously has been bearish for a long time too. So yeah, everything went bearish as hell pretty much at the beginning of this month, like the first week of the month. It's kind of funny. It's hard, man, when you're making so much money though. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Like, everybody is still up. I mean, most of the, like, probably most people that listen to this, unless they're really new or I don't know them at all, like, you know, weren't like loading the boat like up here, you know. That's for sure. We weren't going all in at 58,000. Oh, hey, Rock, how did anything break in the DeFi stuff? Was everything all golden there? No big issues or liquidity problems or, you know, something? I was really curious about that. I'm glad you joined for a second. Hopefully you're still here for that question. And also, Rock, I was saying it's, you know, this is a good thing. Get this froth out. What's the Bitcoin Fear Greed Index now? Oh, yeah, 11. Awesome. Great. Okay, so that's pretty bloody. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's like on the bottom end of its range. So even off of this, what is it down here for about 30-ish days, 20-ish days. Yeah, see, that's kind of funny. It lines up with the other stuff we were analyzing on the charts too. So, hey, let's go. Opportunity. Let's have about a month or so to get it in down here. Not on Polygon, but in some places. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if there was any, I'm sure we'll be bombarded with that knowledge. That's for sure. All right, well, I'm going to go relax for real this time. Let's get Bitcoin to rally up and see what's up. If not, hey, whatever. Let's sell off. I'll we can buy some more down here. Diamond hands, bro. Hodl to 0, dude. No, I'm just kidding. That's not a really good strategy to do. Hodl for life, man. Is that a shirt? Does someone make that shirt? Probably. I'm sure they do. But yeah, big range right now. About 30K to 42K. And really anything in that is just kind of range trading mode. So time will be our friend now. We just got to wait for her to tell us what's up. All right, guys. Y'all have an awesome night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.